My favorite seed pre 1.18 had some of the coolest generation I've seen in that one update, and now revisiting it inside of 1.19, there's actually plenty of new types of reasons to check it out, particularly if you're looking for a seed with quite a few ancient cities in one singular place, which, speaking of the seed, yeah, this is your spawn now inside of a pretty frozen tundra, which, you know, for some people wouldn't be too much of an issue, but for others might be somewhat of an issue. But whatever you think of frozen tundras, if you head over to these corners right here, you'll eventually find yourself a village right here, which I say this all the time, but villages are easily one of the best places to get yourself started in your Minecraft world. And especially since we're talking about the dangers of ancient cities inside this one sea, this might be an ideal place to start at. But okay, this double ancient city, where can I actually find it? Well, coming back at spawn, all you have to do is just head over in this one mountainous area we see right here. And you're going to want to head down in these corners right down here, which will eventually link up to a pretty decently sized cave, which we could see in just a moment past this one corner. And yeah, an absolutely massive cave. And if we drink a night vision potion, we might notice that, yeah, we are already seeing some ancient city and deep dark biomes right here, as well as fortunately quite a bit of water for you to actually jump inside of. But something that's much more fortunate than that is not only is there a deep dark biome right here, but hang yourself just over at these corners right here, we can see there is literally an ancient city sitting itself just right here, and without breaking, I think, any single blocks, you could actually get yourself right inside of here with little to no struggle at all. Now, I will say when you're inside the ancient cities, that's a whole different issue, but getting inside of it, at the very least, isn't too incredibly hard. And from right here, you might notice the big gaping hole of a non-portal, and remember that, because hitting yourself just over at these corners, just over here, past these one walls and things like that, we could eventually see that there's a second one literally just right here. Yeah, essentially two ancient cities managed to coincide with each other, which makes for one of the biggest ancient cities we've seen so far. And I do mean it when I say this is one of the biggest ones, because at one end of it, we are at these corners right here, and if we fly over to right at the very start of it again, you can see we've traveled about 400 blocks in one single direction, which, yeah, for two ancient cities being pretty much right next to each other, you would kind of expect something like that to happen. But let's just say, hypothetically speaking, that two ancient cities right next to each other wasn't quite enough for you. Well, just dig yourself over to these corners right here, because there is a third ancient city sitting itself just right here, which means the amount of recovery compasses, the amount of music disc 5 fragment discs, the amount of everything you find inside these one biomes and these one structures are going to be pretty high in the amounts you're going to find them in. And not only is there this incredible generation of 3 ancient cities spawning around spawn, but there's also some things linking off from the ancient city, such as maybe heading in this direction through this one cave right here. Because if you keep going in this direction for long enough, you'll actually get pretty close to the stronghold, surprisingly. And while there is still only one eye vendor in here, it still is pretty impressive the fact that, yeah, from that one ancient city, you could get pretty close to the stronghold itself. But something else that's quite impressive is the fact that, if you remember 1.18, they actually added in microbiomes for the surface of the world. Well, they've actually incorporated the deep dark biome to have microbiomes too, because as we can see right here, there is a micro deep dark biome just seeing itself literally right below the stronghold right here. Also, I wasn't kidding when I said this seed is sort of a frozen wasteland of what it used to be. Because yeah, I had to teleport 2,000 blocks out just to get myself out of this frozen tundra area. So if you want to use this seed but avoid all the snow and all the frost and things like that, just stay underground. Just stay underground. I'm sure all the wardens down here will welcome you with open arms.